Hey guys, today we're going to be talking about 5 crazy times entrepreneurs insulted the sharks. Let's get right into it. There's nothing quite like Shark Tank, is there? It's that exhilarating TV show that keeps us on the edge of our seats watching entrepreneurs go head to head with some of the savviest business minds around. But boy does it get intense. But let's be clear, the ride from a friendly handshake to sealing the deal isn't always smooth. In fact, it's often quite the opposite. In this shark-infested tank, it's more common to see entrepreneurs and sharks at each other's throats rather than sharing a friendly handshake. It's like a gladiator arena, except the weapons are words and the prize is big money. Let's dive into Shark Tank and take a closer look at 5 memorable instances when entrepreneurs, perhaps in their passion or frustration, ended up tossing some harsh words towards our favorite multimillionaire investors. 1. Scottivest. Once upon a time on the hit show Shark Tank, a man named Scott Jordan made an appearance. He was seeking a whopping $500,000 investment for a cool 15% stake in his clothing company, Scottivest. This wasn't just any old clothing company, though. Scott had created a nifty vest with pockets galore, designed specifically to safely hold all your gadgets. When Scott casually mentioned that his company had already made $5 million in sales, one of the sharks, Kevin, smelled opportunity and made an offer. But Scott had a different idea. Instead of agreeing or refusing, he decided to step out and dial a buddy for advice. Now, there's nothing wrong with seeking advice, but when he got back, Scott was a whole different ballgame. Scott turned quite aggressive and seemed to forget about his manners. This ended up ruffling the shark's fins and a heated argument broke out. Scott, in a dramatic turn of events, yelled out, "You're out," at the sharks. He then proceeded to call them worthless and walked away, leaving a trail of stunned silence behind him. Talk about audacity. 2. Meowstorm. Now let's rewind a bit and talk about a different pitch, the Meowstorm massage ball. It was pitched by athlete Jared Ward and his business partners. Mark Cuban, one of the sharks, was quick to make the first offer. He wanted a swift decision, but the entrepreneurs wanted to hear all offers before making a decision. This didn't sit well with Mark, who got up and left. As the other sharks made their offers, the entrepreneurs seemed to realize that they had the upper hand. They got cocky and started asking each shark to justify their worth. Lori ended up sealing the deal, but the other sharks were left fuming. As the entrepreneurs left, Damon snapped, "Roll your asses out of here," while guest shark Matt feigned throwing their product. Talk about a dramatic exit. 3. Econuts. Shifting gears to a greener venture, we have Econuts. Founders Mona Weiss and Scott Shields stepped into the tank in Season 4. They were seeking $175,000 for a 15% stake in their eco-friendly cleaning products company. Their pitch centered around the soap berry of soap nuts. These natural wonder berries create their own soap and are a refreshing alternative to commercial cleaners and detergents. But their pitch went south when Scott claimed that the soap nut industry was worth $1 million and that Econuts owned a whopping 90% of the market. Damon John, one of the sharks, was quick to call out the discrepancy. Econuts was far from the $900,000 in sales Scott had indirectly implied. It was a blunder that haunted Scott for the rest of the pitch. The sharks, one by one, decided not to invest. Robert Herjavec did offer $175,000 for a 50% stake, but Scott didn't even entertain the idea. 4. Salespreneur. Moving on to another memorable pitch, salespreneur Dave Greco, the owner, came into the Shark Tank with the confidence of a man who claimed he could sell anything to anybody at any time. The sharks decided to test his claim. They went on the defense and Dave couldn't sell his system to them. When Dave sought a $90,000 investment for a 40% stake in Salespreneur, Mark Cuban made him an offer, but Dave, eager to hear from Barbara Corcoran, brushed Mark's offer aside. This was a slap in the face for Mark, who felt disrespected. When Barbara decided to pass on the opportunity, Mark retracted his offer, leaving Dave without a deal. 5. Duratent. Finally, let's talk about Duratent, a picnic protection gear company founded by Dan Rothwell. Dan sought a $50,000 investment for a 30% stake in his company. While the sharks appreciated the concept, the numbers didn't add up for them. Kevin O'Leary made an unkind proposal, stating that he only wished to be reimbursed by receiving a small portion of the sales from the product instead of acquiring a share in the company. Rothwell replied that he was seeking a collaborator who could contribute additional marketing knowledge. This comment offended O'Leary, causing him to reject the offer, and Rothwell departed without any agreement. These tales from the depths of the Shark Tank are just a small sampling from the sea of stories the show has to offer. Each one serves as a gentle nudge, a friendly reminder, if you will, that while our sharks are always eager to bite into a great business idea and lay down their hard-earned cash, they demand a couple things in return: respect and credibility. That's all for today, and we'll be sure to catch you all in the next one.